Hey guys and girls, my name is Alan and welcome to today's video. As you can see, I've got an Uncharted 4 multiplayer match for you to enjoy. Specifically a bounty hunter match on
Unguardedly optimistic.
the map Pirate Colony. And as you can see, I'm using the RKL as my main weapon. Well, the only weapon in my loadout really. And it's something that I did quite a lot back in the day, if I'm honest with you. A lot of the machine pistols are very good. Like, I remember the Fostler when that was, to be honest, I used that as my primary SMG class when I started playing the game first, and until the P90 came out, it was the top dog if you wanted a machine pistol or an SMG for that matter, and it was a very good weapon despite it being a secondary. And obviously if you could use it well, you could free up a lot of points because obviously you didn't need to bring a primary, so you could bring other perks, boosters to your loadout instead, or an extra, sidekick or something. So it's very good actually if you could do it, and I remember having a lot of fun using the secondaries in general for Uncharted 4 multiplayer, and I was quite good with them, which is obviously why I used them. But I also had fun as well, so things like the pistol, the silence pistol, the machine pistols, just generally very good weapons. And as I said, if you could do it well, you could free up a lot of points, and it'll just help you in other respects in terms of your loadout. Right, so there's a couple of things I want to talk about in today's video, but the first thing I just want to mention is that Uncharted 4 is now officially 2 years old. Can you believe it? 2 years old, this game, and I remember bashing it for like the whole of the first year, just non-stop multiplayer every night. And obviously when co-op came out, I played a lot of that as well, but unfortunately I did stop playing that a lot earlier than I would have liked because I didn't really enjoy it. Having said that, I still put several months into it. Obviously, not the adventure, the survival. Was it Uncharted 4? Yeah, so Uncharted 4 survival. And then when they released Arena, I put in a few more months as well. But unfortunately, I sort of just petered off after the first, I'd say 6 or 7 months, about half a year. I'd probably spent playing survival altogether, which is a drop in the ocean compared to what I spent playing Uncharted 2 and Uncharted 3's co-op. Like that, I played Uncharted 2's co-op all the way up until Uncharted 3 came out. That's how much time I spent on that. And then Uncharted 3 I played not quite to the point Uncharted 4 came out, but the main reason why I stopped playing that is because obviously there were plenty of other games for me to play, but it was a generational thing. So obviously I moved from the PS3 to the PS4. And the PS4, obviously I can't. Unfortunately, I'd love for there to be, if there was backward compatibility, I would still be playing Uncharted 2 and Uncharted 3 to this day. And hopefully some of my friends will be playing as well. And that's kind of one of the main draws for playing a game that long. I mean, I probably would have played it for a long time anyway, but when you spend so much time in co-op games with friends, with people, and then sometimes you run across the same faces again and again, and sometimes you make friends with these people, and then you end up playing with them anyway, partying up or whatever, and you just it's just really cool. I've met plenty of people over the years. Some have come and gone. They haven't always stayed on my list for whatever reason. I generally don't delete people. They delete me sometimes, which is fine. If we don't play together anymore and you want to clear up your list a bit, or maybe they just stop playing on the PS4 in general. That's fine. But there are some people I've met since. God, what's the earliest multiplayer games? I can't remember anyone specifically I added from COD 4, but there were a few people on MW2 I've had on my list, and definitely Uncharted 2 as well. And these games have been out for close to 8 years, longer than that, 8, 7 years, something like that. So very long time I've been on my list, some of these people, and okay, I don't play with them as much as I would like these days, but as I said, we just move on to different games, and people move on to different consoles or whatever. But the point I'm trying to make is obviously you make these friends, and if they stay on your list, then you've had these friends for a long time, and it's just a nice feeling. It's hard to describe, and you spend enough time with them, you get to know them, and you sort of become virtual friends, but like you know each other like you would know a colleague at work. Well, more than that, I would say. I mean, I spend more time. Well, actually, I don't know. I spend a lot of time with my colleagues at work, but I don't like all of them as much as I like the people I like on my friends list, because obviously, at work you're there for the purpose of working, and obviously on the PlayStation, whatever, you make friends, you have fun on the games you play, and hopefully you just get along with each other, and that's just nice. Right, so the other thing which I haven't actually talked about before is the fact that Mass Effect Andromeda turned 1 this year as well. So that came out, was it March last year? And that was another game that I pre-ordered. I very rarely pre-order games, but I enjoyed Mass Effect 3 so much that I pre-ordered Mass Effect 4, Andromeda. And that was such a major disappointment. And to this day, I still haven't completed the campaign. And for me to not finish a campaign is very rare. Like, I will play a game even if it's crap, because I've spent money on it. I spent good money on that game, right? I paid full whack for that. I pre-ordered it day one, came to my house, I played it, and I was disappointed as hell. And I still haven't finished it, and that tells you something about how bad that game is. And I know they've improved it over the months or whatever, but as far as I'm concerned, the characters, the mechanics, it's just not. I don't know. All they had to do is expand on MW3. All they had to do is expand on ME3, right? I don't even care if they use the same engine. It make no difference to me. I mean, it would have been nice to jump in ME3. That was a main sticking point in that game. And also the button bashing, like X for everything, like pressing X to run, to jump, to crouch, not jump, to hop over cover. That did my nutting as well. And they did change that in fairness to MEA, but then the story wasn't there, and the characters weren't that interesting, and the mechanics, I said, the powers and stuff, and the boring's a weapon. It's just a long list of disappointments in that game. But that's a year old now as well, and I can't believe it's been a year already since that point. And then in summer, of course, of the same year, I ordered The Lost Legacy. That was another game, very rare that I said pre-order games. Pre-ordered that one, and I love that game. So I don't know, the Uncharted games just seem to do it for me, and it's a shame that there isn't going to be another one for, I'd say, at least 2 years. I'd be surprised if there's one out before the next 2 years, but I'm patiently waiting. Of course, The Last of Us 2 is coming out this summer. Wait, no, not this summer. Next spring, potentially next summer, whatever. I don't think it's going to come out this year, I'll be honest with you. I don't know, wait and see, hear more E3, but I'd be very surprised if we see The Last of Us 2 come out any time before next year, which is fine. Again, I don't mind waiting. It's a game that I know is going to be decent, if the first one's anything to go by, and of course, I trust Naughty Dog to do a good job. Whilst we're on the topic of new games coming out, so there's actually quite a few big titles this year. So I think the new Tomb Raiders come out this summer. I'm looking forward to that. Really enjoyed the first one. I'm tempted to play through them again. I know I'm just adding more to my to-do list, but I'm tempted to play through the other two again on my channel, just so that I've got a reference on it. Because as I said, I really did enjoy the first game. But if not, obviously I'm looking forward to the new one, the third one coming out this summer. Black Ops 3, they had the reveal, the multiplayer, the official reveal, it's a couple of days, well, yesterday now. And I'm still planning to do a trailer analysis for it. It's taking a bit of time because obviously there's a lot of notes I need to make and talk about. And it always takes me a couple of days to do it, the trailer analysis, because I go through a lot of the footage over and over again. But I think it'll be worth it towards the end, and that'll be posted to Acorn Vision. So stay tuned if you want to hear all about that. Obviously, if you've watched any of my previous trailer analysis, you know how much detail I go in through. I literally go through it not frame by frame, but like, I go through it in certain sections frame by frame, and I talk about the smallest thing if I notice it. So they do take a bit of time to record, but as I said, worth it because of the detail that I put into the video as well. At least I think it's worth it. I'm biased, obviously. You can let me know once I publish it. And then Red Dead Redemption, slated for this October. Again, we'll wait and see if it comes out or not. I think it will be delayed. I've talked about this in the previous video, and I've got a little bet with my friend as well. But if it comes out on time, great. That's obviously going to be a game worth waiting for. I don't know how the multiplayer is going to go. I didn't really spend much time on Red Dead, the first multiplayer, because it wasn't that fun for me. And also, I played it kind of late, so it was sort of dead when I joined. But it wasn't that fun anyway, so I don't feel like I was missing out on anything. But obviously, the main draw is the campaign, so looking forward to playing that. I think that's it for the ones that I'm properly interested in. I'm not too sure what else is coming out this year that has really caught my attention. Obviously, E3, there will be some new titles announced, and I imagine there'll be one or two that, you know, might catch my attention. But the three that I've listed there are the ones that I'm most likely definitely going to get this year at some point. Maybe even day one, I don't know, it depends. I'm very busy with work and stuff, and I do have lots of things I need to do in the meantime, so I don't necessarily need to get them day one because they are primarily single player games. Well, Black Ops obviously not single player because there is no single player, but I'm still a bit undecided about that. And I'm going to save my opinions for once I've done the trailer analysis, and I'll probably record it over a proper Call of Duty piece of gameplay. But I'm still a little bit skeptical about that game. They've effectively taken out, well, if you haven't heard by now, they've effectively taken out single player campaign and put in Battle Royale, and I don't know, it's just it's so far gone now from what I remember from the original Call of Duties. Like the first couple of Call of Duties I played, like COD 4, MW2, Black Ops 1, and then we've got this now, and it's just I don't know, I don't really know what they're doing, can't explain it, but maybe it'll be more fun once I've played it. But the fact there's no single player is almost a big letdown, because I always play the single player campaigns. Anyway, I'll talk about this more in a Call of Duty video, which I'll hopefully have recorded after my trailer analysis sometime in the next few days or early next week, hopefully. Right, so the final topic for today's video, I think I'll only be able to squeeze in one more topic, is gameplay walkthroughs on my Plays channel. Now, I think it was maybe over a month ago now, I first started uploading Uncharted Drake's Fortune, the remastered version, and I recorded some gameplay before I started posting it, so that I knew that I would have some sort of a buffer before I'd have to put the next video up. But for various reasons, primarily me being disorganized, I actually ran out of footage, and then there was like a big hiatus between any gameplay at all. I'm happy to say that I've now completed the campaign, and I'm almost done with editing all the footage, and I'm in the process of uploading videos en masse, so basically in batches. So when I do start when I start publishing them again, some of them are already on the channel. I just need to obviously do the descriptions and stuff and then publish them. Once I finish doing all of that, I should be able to bang them out pretty regularly, and I'm thinking I might be doing 2 a day. So one sort of in the morning and one in the evening. I'll see how it goes. I don't really want to spam you, but I feel like if you want to watch it, it's best to have at least 2 videos a day, because some of them are not that long, I'll be honest with you. Some of the chapters are quite short. But I have finished the campaign. I just need to edit the rest of the footage, the final few chapters, and get those uploaded, and then publish the rest of the videos I've already got on there, and I can move on to the next game. Now, I'm tentatively saying that I'm probably going to plan some sort of a schedule for streaming the other games, because I feel like if you want to join me, it's best that I do it at a set time. Also, it forces me as well to record at a set schedule rather than doing as and when, which is currently what I'm doing. I'm sort of playing Fortnite, and then if no one's on, I will play a bit of Uncharted, and then obviously when my friends come on, I'll play a bit of Fortnite. But it's not a very good system because it's unreliable, as you've seen from the past, what I've done with Uncharted 1 so far. So I don't know, I'm not going to talk about it yet, but I think I will set some sort of a schedule, and I will let you know when I have that down pat. And I'll also put it on the Twitch channel as well, so you can check it out on there if I do alter the schedule or whatever. I'll also tweet about it as well, so follow me on Twitter if you want to hear when I'm streaming or if I'm changing the times or whatever. Right, so that will do it for today's gameplay commentary. I don't think I can squeeze in any more major topics, so I'll just round off with a few minor things. Currently, I'm still streaming Fortnite on Twitch quite regularly. Well, semi-regularly. It's more or less whenever I play, but random ass hours, so I can't really give you a schedule for that, I'm afraid. If you are free though and you see me online, come say hi sometime. Just check me out and join in the conversation, or just listen to some bands between me and my friends. And there's, sometimes there's some pretty good games and some decent clips. A mini announcement then, my next game that I'll be streaming will be Uncharted 2. I've already uploaded a copy to my Players channel, so I won't be doing a proper gameplay walkthrough again because I don't need to. But there is a reason why I'm going to play it again, and I will reveal that when I reveal my schedule for streaming said game. And I'm going to start streaming sometime after I have uploaded all of Uncharted Drake's Fortune 1, because I want you to enjoy that first, and then obviously you can join me if you want to watch number 2 live, or you can watch the pre-recorded version on my Players channel. It's entirely up to you. Right, so that will do it for today's video. As per usual, if you enjoyed the content, consider tapping on that button. I really do appreciate it. And as always, if you've got any thoughts about sharing, regarding anything I've talked about today or anything you've seen, let me know in the comment section below. And until next time, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, take care, and I will see you later. And now it's hard to breathe.